So, good morning. I just got out of the shower, and that's the only thing that happened. I woke up about 5 to 10 a.m. Uh, I have something in my nose and in my throat because I forgot to close the window. So, I woke up in the middle of the night and closed the window, and I knew something could be happening here. Well, I hope I won't get sick. Here you see our new menu system for the week. And that's it. Yeah, I just woke up, turned on the kettle, and went to a shower. Now I'm out of the shower, turning off the kettle, and the day starts. Let me show you something. Hello, how are you today? Can't you come in? Проходи. Заходите. Ну, дома, девочка родная. Я мою соус. So work starts at 11 a.m. for me. I have a meeting at 11 a.m. with my boss, with my manager, and well, she's gonna tell me like how everything works. And the reason it's so late is because in Armenia we are plus 1 hour to Russia. Just basically meeting starts at 10, and it's for Moscow. Well, for big cities, it's a usual time to start a working day, even kind of like unusual, because when you work from home in Moscow, you are expected to start at 10, 11. When you work from office, you're usually not even supposed to come to office before 11. Like 11 is when you should come. Because, I don't know, it's just, I always watch foreign American and European bloggers, and they're like, well, this is my 9 to 5 job. I'm like, wow, 5. And I don't know if it's true. Like, do these people really get off work at 5? For most of the jobs in Russia, it's impossible. Finish at 5. God, I would dream about it. Well, I never started at 9. I did have, at some point, when I worked at a very liberate company, I tried starting at 8. Yeah, I started at 8 and finished at 5. Yeah, how's it? Why did I start at 8 and finish at 5? Let me count. 1 second. So I did count, and I changed my clothes and was telling you all about it, but my mic wasn't recording. So the thing is, in Russia, when you have a job, you have an 8-hour working day plus 1 hour of unpaid lunch. But nobody like spends an hour to eat, especially now when everybody's working from home, like, I don't know, majority of the people, and everybody just spends like 15 minutes to eat. You can go for a walk, of course, and do your own stuff, but rarely anybody does that. So basically you end up working for 9 hours. And I remember about a year ago, sorry, that was my dog. About a year ago, I had this realization, and now I came back to it, and I'm like puzzled again. How did this happen? How did we end up like that? I would really love to hear how it works in your country. Is it the same? I don't know. I guess it's supposed to be like that everywhere, but then all the bloggers who are talking about 9 to 5 jobs are like, how does it work? They have a paid lunch time? I don't know. Yeah, so please share, how does it work for you and how does it work in your country? I would really love to know. And here I am showing you my super cute pen that I bought a few days ago, and a copybook that I used to write like morning pages, I guess. I just I have to get out everything that's in my head on stressful days. And when I work, I usually have stressful days, so I do it pretty much every day. So this is the morning of day number 2 of the next day, and I just want to tell you about yesterday as a story. You'll probably hear my dog puffing, maybe a bit barking. That's what he needs in the morning. He's a very sensitive guy, and sometimes there are times like he's like, I need mama in the morning. I don't care about anything. I just need some mama love. And well, today is this morning. So how the day went yesterday was I had my first meeting. I met with my manager. We discussed some of the things, some of the tasks. I asked her for some information. Then I sat and worked for a while. And then at around 4 p.m., I went out to a nearby cafe to meet a friend of ours. Actually, my husband and I, we went together. She is a friend of ours from here. She's also relocated from Russia, and she's a psychologist, and she's thinking of how to take her practice further. And she asked for a consult on marketing, on how to do that in terms of marketing and in terms of audience research. Yeah, and Max and I, that's our area of expertise. That's what we do really well. And so we went down to the cafe to talk to her. She told us our story. We gave what we think. It was really cool because for about 1 hour I got to discuss psychology. Really quick, I'm super interested in psychology. I think I'm heading towards, in some time within, a few years, changing my field of work to psychology, somehow related. So it was so cool to talk for 1 hour about that with her, about different theories and experiments. God, it was amazing. So we did this consult, and I came back home and had another work meeting, and then for a little, and we took Max and I, we went for a walk, for 20 minutes, came back, did a little bit more of work, and then we went to our friend's house. You've seen her on my blog a lot. Her name is Juliana, and it was a farewell party. She is going to Russia. She has some stuff to do there, and then the thing is that maybe from Russia she won't be coming back here, but maybe she will be. It's still uncertain, and it's uncertain when she'll be coming back, probably in spring. So anyway, it was a farewell goodbye party, but have a good trip party, because we're hoping she will come back and we will hug again, and then she will go to whatever country she wants to live next. And it was so heartwarming, such a wonderful dinner. I filmed just a little, because I just didn't want to spoil the moment and stuff. And and I didn't have time to ask everybody, are they okay to be in the vlog? So I filmed only those who said to me they were okay. So anyway, we ate the most delicious pumpkin soup ever. I am going to ask to her to if I can put it into my cookbook, which I am going to make, and this will be dish number 2. The first one will be from my grandmom. Yeah, so it was very delicious, and then we played some table games, and just the company, the people were so amazing, and Juliana is so amazing, and it was so heartwarming. And there was a friend of ours that used to live here too, but she and her husband moved back to Russia like, I don't know, a year ago now, probably a year ago already, and she's a psychologist too. And oh god, it was so interesting to talk to her too. It was such an amazing day. I got 2 psychologists to talk to about different psychology stuff. I was so excited. It was so amazing. And in general, like I really like her as a person, and it was so cool to meet her again. Very great people, some very great people that we've met here in our relocation journey. Yeah, so this is it, and then we came back home. And this was it for the day. I just have some thoughts I really want to share with you about my attitude to work and life right now, and I would love to read your comments about that too. So, yesterday was the first day. So I got fired in June of 2024, and actually in the beginning of June. And then I had, summer is very difficult time for me always, because there is my birthday, and starting from the middle of July, I get a depressive episode, which I usually struggle through up until like middle of September for sure, but sometimes last year, for example, I think up till November it lasted. It sucks, but I'm dealing with it better and better every year. So yeah, so I got fired, and then I had a huge thing going on in my life. I was applying and getting a USA visa. Then I was having my birthday when it was Jack's birthday, and we had a lot of like social events and parties. It was really cool. It was great. It just sometimes it was a bit difficult for me. And then I had a Vipassana, which is a 10-day meditation practice where I left to another city, to a special facility where we were locked, where we stayed for 10 days, meditating 10 hours a day, without speaking, without any cell phones, books, notebooks, or whatever. I would love to make a video about that someday as well. And also, while all that was happening, my husband and I, we were kind of redefining our relationship. What are we as a family? Where are we going? What do we want? And stuff like that. And so some huge things were happening. Some depressive episodes were happening. And some uncertainty was happening as to what should I do next in life? Like, how do I earn money? How much do I want to earn? Why do I want to earn this much? And so on. And at some point, my husband and I, we came to a conclusion that this is how we want to see our family. I want to take on more of a stay-at-home wifey approach, but I'm not going to be able to be a full stay-at-home person, stay-at-home wife, and only take care of the house, mainly because of our financial situation, and because it's too big of a change. I have to start somewhere and not just drastically change my life, because it's going to be even harder. So we decided that up until this point, it was more of I was earning, I was building a career, and Max was working, but mostly he was supporting me in all the different ways. And we decided to switch. So now he's building a career and I'm being more of a support person with the work of my own as well, but it's less demanding. It's different position, it's less money, all that stuff. Yeah, so yesterday was the first day of a job like that. And that's a very difficult transition. The truth is, I got burned out. I cannot do this anymore. And I don't want to do this anymore. This responsibility for the final money of the product, it's like for the income, for how much the products earn, my unit earns, and every month this race of hitting the target of the money earned, of all the other metrics being met, it's too much. I can't do this anymore. I've been doing this for a few years, from 3 to 5 years. I don't even want to count, and I can't do this anymore. It's too much. I'm burned out. It's just not my thing. It's not what I want to do in life as a job anymore. And yeah, and I don't want to be this head of the head of the head of the head, or chief of the chief of the chief. I just want to live my life. So I used to have a mindset that you live a life to work, and I'm shifting to you work to live a life. I know, maybe for some of you, probably for some of you, it's a very simple thing, and you're like, come on, are you like, it's stupid to think that you live to work. But so anyway, I've been doing that. And yesterday when I had my first day at the new job, it was so hard to not interfere and to not take the responsibility, like, oh, this doesn't work here, I will fix it. Although it's not why I was hired. It's not my area of responsibility. There are other workers who are responsible for that. But I'm just used to a position that I've been in for the last few years. And now I switched to product manager, which is product management, which is more like classical, I guess, European American approach, where you are not responsible for money. You're responsible for the product and all the product metrics, like how are the clients satisfied, what is the retention rate, churn, and so on and so forth. And I really want to do that, but it's just hard. And I know it's been just one day. I'm just, giving the first impressions and the prehistory. I also have to admit, I don't want to work. I mean, I'm burned out up to the point. And while not working for these few months, I've started and tried out so many amazing different activities. Like, I don't know, maybe you're gonna laugh at me, but they're very simple. They are household activities, a lot of them. So, for example, there was one day when I made a lasagna. God, I still remember it. It was like in July. But God, it was amazing. It was an amazing that I made a lasagna, a vegetable lasagna. I don't eat meat. And so a vegetable lasagna has a lot of ingredients, a lot of different vegetables. God, and I made it. It was so cool. And then just at the end of the last week, in the beginning of this week, I made meals for the whole week ahead. I've never done that. I know it's a very simple thing for a lot of people, but I've been living a different lifestyle where, you earn a lot, so you can not cook at home, but you rather eat out. And and that's basically it. And well, I did that. And then we made this whole living area. We changed the furniture places of the living area. How do you say that in one word? And I started embroidery. I'm gonna show you. God, it's so beautiful. So I started embroidery. I learned like 5 or 6 different stitches. Then I continued I finished one painting by numbers. I started another painting by numbers. Then I started a family tree. Oh my gosh, this is so interesting. I started to make a scheme of the family tree of myself and my husband, so that when we have a child, like he will be or she will be at the like the first generation, yeah, and then it will be us, and then it will be like the whole a lot of people. So cool and so fun. I'm still like I haven't finished it, and there is so much work to do, and it's so exciting. Oh, then I made wonderful albums. There is a way of how I like making albums, photo albums, and well, I finished one. I started a new one. God, so there are so many of those activities that I love them, and I don't want to lose them. I want to continue doing them, and to continue doing them, it's like impossible to have an 9-hour work day and do all that at the same amount. And I'm burned out, so those things together come to I don't want to work. And it's never happened in my life before. Usually when I get a new job, I'm like the most enthusiastic person in the world. I have this attitude of now we're gonna build the most amazing company ever, whatever company I come to. Now I'm gonna make the best product ever, which is going to sell at the highest rates and make the most money and stuff like that. I'm usually like very eager to start a new job. I have the motivation, the enthusiasm, but not today. And actually, what I want to say is that this attitude that I have right now, I'm kind of glad that I have it. I think it's very healthy for me at this point. I really need to stop devoting my life to work. And I know if I had this enthusiasm and motivation and the desire to make the best product ever there is on the market, it would be unhealthy for me again. I would again leave to work. And I'm actually coming to the mindset where I'm not supposed to do that. Like there is the founders of this company, there is a CEO of this company, and it's their job to make this company the best company in the world, if they desire so. I have a very specific area of responsibility, and I should stop taking responsibility for what's not mine. It is hard. I mean, I understand this pattern. I'm not translating. I'm sharing it with you, but I mean, I'm saying this, but it's hard to like leave it. But I'm trying to. So yeah, these are all the thoughts, most of the thoughts that I'm coming into this job. I just want to be a good employee. I just want to do what I'm responsible for, and it's a very like I have it in my job offer, the things I'm responsible for. I do need to specify them more, and that's what we're working with my boss. And I need to remember that I have a boss who also has an area of responsibility, and some of the things I'm trying to do are not mine, but her responsibility. I'll manage to do that. I just want to do the job I'm hired for, the tasks I'm specifically hired for. I want to do them really well. I do have the strength for that. I might not have the butterflies in my stomach about this job, but I do have a desire to do my work good. And this is healthy for me. Like I've been like, if there is a scale, I've been on this part all this time about my feelings about the job, and I am on the other side, closer, not at the edge, but closer to the edge of the other side. And I think it's healthy for me because it's like this thing, I will write the word here. So it's like this thing, now I'm here, and then I will balance back out, but not to the edge, but in the middle. But, well, at least that's how I see how things work. Yeah. And this is it. I hoped you enjoyed watching it. The next video I'm gonna make is gonna be either about our dog's birthdays, two dog birthdays, because it's in the editing, the video, or I will make the second video about my USA story. I will see how it goes, but one of the things I like doing, not work but living life, is YouTube. I so enjoy filming and editing. I know I don't post like frequently or regularly, but I want to do it more because I really, really enjoy it. And I am very determined to make time for it and make more videos. Thanks again for watching very much. Jack and I say goodbye to you. Have a wonderful day or evening or morning or whatever part of the day it is for you. And have a lot of love and sunshine and hugs and kisses in your day.